Good morning. It's 7:25 a.m. I'm in Gary, Indiana. Um, Started my week running on recaps. And in the process, my bunk heater broke. Um, did a few more deliveries. Had a hard time sleeping at night. So they got me in here on Friday to get my bunk heater fixed since I was close by. They got it fixed yesterday. Well, last night. Early this morning, they finished it, and about 3 o'clock, and I happened to wake up and look at my phone and say, they finished it. So I moved back out to my truck, and I'm going to go ahead and do a reset here. I've been running on recaps, and my time is kind of low at the beginning of the week. I did a few things I hadn't had to do yet this week. I actually had steel coils, which was interesting. I never had to do those, so it was a first for me. I'm going to do some videos here soon on how to do some securement, so maybe others won't have the same situation. I never done it, and the internet connection kind of sucked, so I really couldn't look at the driver aid on it. And fortunately, there was another Roehl driver at the location who had done it before, so they told me what I needed to do, and I went ahead and did that. 20,000 pound steel coil needs 3 chains, the big chains, and I like to use the ratchet binders because they hold more weight than a snap binder does. Don't want them things rolling off and coming through the cab of the truck. And then I also did my final ride along yesterday. I don't have a follow-up, so I did good. He actually brought up the coil and asked me how I would secure it, but he said a 40,000 pound, and kind of threw me off. I said, well, 3 chains. Well, yeah, 3 chains on a 28,000 pound, but not a 40,000 pound. So basically, looking at 6 chains plus 1. I always put 1 extra on anyway. I do that, but 1 down the middle and 3 off each side. Always use your metal edge protectors. You don't want to damage those. I've done slinky coils. I've done those. I did lumber, lots of lumber. I've done some particle board. Hardest part about this job is tarping. Not because it takes so much time, but the big tarps, lumber tarps, are heavy. But fortunately, most of the suppliers will put the tarp up on top of the load for you. Some actually have machines that will actually take the tarp and lay it out for you too. Those are pretty cool. Those that saves you time. You don't have to deal with straightening it out and stuff. I mean, you still have to straighten it out, but you're not doing it while you're trying to put the tarp on. You don't have to fight with that. That's the hardest part about this job. I've had a few occasions where I was running low on time, but that's only due to having to sit and wait for the supplier or something like that, and it would run into my clock, my 14-hour clock, which cuts back on your regular 11-hour clock, and you don't want to do that. But time management is very important. You got a certain amount of time to get things done, and still be able to get to either your location that you need to be at or a place for you to stop for the night. I like to start my days early, and that way I'm done early. If I start at 3 o'clock, I can park by 2 o'clock. That's 11 hours. That's my 11-hour drive time. Basically, you got 10-hour drive time. You got last hour you're supposed to look for a place to stop. But if you plan your trip, then you can plan it out to where you know where you're going to stop. If traffic's is good for you, that's why you pick 3 locations. 2 or 3 locations. 1 closer than you need to be, 1 in between it, and 1 that you think that you can make it mileage for. Had a couple occasions where I ran out of time right there, about 5 miles from my location, only because of what happened at supplier. But if that happens, you definitely got to call safety right away. Let them know what happened, so you're not dinged for running over your clock when really wasn't your fault. And in that case, it wasn't. There was no place else to stop in between the supplier and that particular place I had picked. But so I'm here in Gary. Be here until tomorrow, at least tomorrow morning. I've already called Fleet Management and told them, I might as well just do a reset because of the lack of time. And then the beginning of the week, I have all low hours, so it would be beneficial for me to leave today. I might get where I'm going tomorrow, but after that, I'll have 4-hour day, a 5-hour day. I mean, it doesn't really help you much. So that's where we are. Y'all have a great day. Be safe out there. If you're thinking of joining in, there's lots of things out there to help you study for your CDL. One of the gentlemen that subscribed to my channel recently, I'll give him a shout out. He actually was beneficial when I was looking at starting his career. His name is Mark Peacock. He has some CDL videos out there that'll help. Hey Mark, welcome to the channel, by the way. He had some videos that were helpful when I went through my CDL test. And again, give a shout out to Raymond Gibbs. He puts a lot of information out there. I'd urge any of you to subscribe to his channel. He has a lot of videos on different things to know. So that's about it for right now. And so I'm going to stay out for another week, and then I'm going to go home. But I'm going to start doing some securement videos. I need to find some way of tripoding my iPad. I've got an iPad. That's what I'm videotaping with. I got the sun in my eyes. But yeah, so I'm gonna try and find a way to be able to take this out there and mount it while I'm doing my securement, so you can see how to secure things. Straps are easy, but I learned a new trick on that too. So I'll keep you updated. All right, y'all have a great day. Be safe, and see you later.